Hello and welcome to the Studio77 report for the month of October. We are here giving you the latest updates, announcements and event news from the mayamada universe, and I am the mayamada co-founder Nigel.
I am Tazziii, content creator and creative director of mayamada.
And for those that don't know, mayamada is a UK-based creative brand that creates comics featuring an all-animal cast of characters. So our brand is set within a television network universe, and each of the titles that we produce tells the story of a different show on a network. We also run the community gaming event Gamepad and deliver creative workshops across the country, north and south. In addition, we have a digital platform and a membership called Studio77. There we host shows with creative professionals from various industries like comics, video games and animation. To hear our discussion on this month's news stories and gain exclusive access to events and mayamada artwork, you can become a Studio77 member. So we were just talking about the slow takeover of corporations on the things that we love and enjoy, sucking all the joy out and replacing them with dollar signs or something like that. You have to watch the video, but to catch that you can become a Studio77 member, or just follow us on Twitch and you can catch the recordings live. So let's start as usual with this month's industry pro tip. Each month, we like to highlight advice from a creative professional that has come from one of our Studio77 shows. The advice this month comes from Chase Bethea, who is a video game music composer, and we spoke to on episode 152 of the podcast for our Behind the Story episode. So we talked to Chase, who is what did he describe himself as? The Swiss Army knife of video game composition. Is it an interesting discussion with him, and he had a great analogy likening life to RPGs, which I wanted to use as a tip, but you need to hear that in its entirety. So go check that out. One of the things that did stand out to me as he was talking about how he got into composition and just learned about it, and very much in a self-starting way. So he said, I would be bored of practicing the music that I had learned because I'd already learned it. So I would just transcribe jazz music from the radio that I liked, but I didn't know. My dad didn't know what sheet music was, and the school, I guess, didn't really give me any. So I just most likely self-taught myself how to do that. And yeah, just listening to him say that, and again, as we talk to young people and as we record this, just speaking to a group of young people and giving them advice on how they can make their way in creative industries, and just being that self-starting individual when the information isn't always given to you. But what do you think about that bit of advice, Tazziii?
Love the idea of just doing it even if you don't know. And I feel like you said, with working with young people and talking to them on their journey, is that a lot of the time they'll be like, oh, I don't know this thing, so I can't do it. And just doing it anyway, regardless of if you know how to do it or not. Because I feel like I'm really good at doing that when someone else forces me to do it. I put myself in situations where I'll have to do that, but sure. I don't if I'm like at home, I'll be like, oh, I don't know how to do this thing.
Just leave it.
Actually, as I'm saying this, no, I do learn stuff myself.
I feel just the nature of what we do, you do learn a lot yourself.
But it's a good reminder that you can just learn it. Coming from Chase specifically, he has done so much with his career, having been self-taught. And I think the thing that I probably personally can get from that is, just because you're self-taught doesn't make you any less than anyone. Like, it doesn't matter how you learned something. If you know it,
as long as it all goes in there.
It's applicable.
I think Chase had a lot of good advice, as people do when we talk to them for our interview episodes. But yeah, if that resonated with you in particular, or if you're interested in how to make music in the video games industry, Chase is definitely someone to listen to and hear from his experience. So that's a tip this month. Let's see what else we're working on for October.
Yes, so we have lots to come from the mayamada brand and for Studio77 members. So we do have our casual conversations with comic creators, which is our monthly series where Nigel talks to different comic creators about the craft of making comic. You can catch the VOD of Nigel's conversation with Nancy Arts Music on Twitch, which is available on VOD until the 25th, and the highlight will then be available on the mayamada YouTube channel. And I actually know Nancy separately from Nigel, which was a funny coincidence. But yeah, Nancy's great. So that was a great discussion.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun with it.
That I can confidently say that was a great discussion. I listened to Nancy's podcast that I don't think she does anymore, but really good. Definitely worth going back and listening to. In between episodes of ours. That's another great one. We also have our next games night, which is planned for Thursday the 19th of October from 7 p.m. BST. We'll be playing a game with our Studio77 members live on Twitch. You can check out past games nights, highlights on our YouTube channel. We're not sure what game we're playing yet. So
yeah, we're going to default to Overcooked. So if it's Overcooked, it means the other thing didn't work out.
Yeah, you can check that out. We always do love a good Overcooked. And we have launched this year's Do I Look Like a Gamer campaign to promote diversity and inclusion in the video games industry. It's now a yearly initiative, and we're building on the work done last year and continuing to push for diversity in the games, culture, and industry. We have a schedule of events and appearances before the year is out. You'll be able to catch us at EGX London on the Thursday the 12th and Friday the 13th of October. So we'll be on stage with a new live show, helping you to understand the different pathways into and through the video games industry, and that will be on Thursday. And then we'll be talking diversity in video game narrative design on Friday. And we'll also be bringing our games design jam to the family area for hour-long sessions on Friday at 12:30 p.m. and 3:30 p.m., which will be a lot of fun. We've also got our video game jam coming up, which we previously announced, but we have had to change the venue for the event. So we've rescheduled it to Saturday, the 18th of November. We'll be letting guests loose on a variety of game engines, not Unity, setting a challenge to make to make a game level as a team. So that should be a lot of fun. We're really excited for that. We'll also be at Comic-Con on the 27th to the 29th of October. Well, I'll be there. Nigel is abandoning me to go to Malta.
I'm flying to Malta.
And we'll be bringing the photo campaign as well as tournaments. So come and find us there. And we've got even more event announcements to come. So stay tuned for news on the campaign events for the rest of the year. And big thanks to Rocksteady Studios for sponsoring the campaign and helping us ensure that we are making events and activities free to participate in. And if you are a young, aspiring creative professional, or you know one, then you can check out our Showrunners Work Experience program. We're making opportunities for young people aged 16 plus to work with the mayamada team across comic, video games, content creation, and you can join us. We've had recently someone helping us with the live streams, and we had a couple of showrunners at our panel in August. Some of the work done on the our
Kickstarter.
Yes, the Kickstarter. I'm glad you read my mind there.
Yeah. So for the Kickstarter campaign,
Yeah.
and then some concepts for like the cover as well, which we're going to be working on and putting that in.
Yeah, but yeah, there's been a lot that they've been involved in, getting notes together for the podcast, all sorts of things. But if you would like to know more and you'd like to get involved, you can head to mayamada.com/showrunners or email us hello@mayamada.com to find out more.
You can become a Studio77 member today to support the work that we're doing here at mayamada. Get involved with games nights, come play games badly with us. Tazzie's pretty good, but yeah, I'm so-so.
Thank you.
Plus interviews and panel events, so you can get access to that after they've left Twitch, and exclusive access to manga and artwork in the mayamada universe.
Each month, we like to get your thoughts on the games industry and culture. We've got results from our last month's poll where we asked you, what do you want to see more of at future in-person game events? And we've been to quite a few recently. So I feel like we are quickly becoming the experts of attending gaming events. So in last place, we had more non-gaming and content creation experiences, which was drawed last place with a chance to play pre-release AA and AAA games. They both got 17% of votes. And the winning 2 options were more opportunities to watch online for those who don't or can't attend, and a chance to play new indie and student games, both at 33%. Interesting. Those are interesting results. We are like taking notes on this. Yeah. So our next question that we want to ask you is, do you want to see an all digital console? So according to recently leaked documents, Microsoft is planning to release a refresh Xbox Series X console in 2024 without a disk drive, with reports indicating that Sony is considering a PlayStation 5 model with removable disk drive. We appear to be heading towards a future where physical discs are no longer standard on new consoles. We want to know if this is a future you want to be in. So we have our options. Yes, I prefer digital downloads for my console games anyway. No, I'm not willing to give up physical discs yet, so no new consoles for me. I will continue buying new consoles as long as there are detachable disc drive options. Voting is now live. Results will be announced in our new November studio report video. Nigel, what are your thoughts on that? How are you feeling about consoles coming out discless, completely discless?
So I think 2 thoughts. One, it's funny, it's almost like a Microsoft was right thing, because I do remember the Xbox One, them going like, it's all digital, online all the time, and everyone going, nope, we're not having that. And here we are 10 years later, Microsoft's like, now? Yeah, maybe. I don't like it, and I don't know why yet. But it's there. It feels like there's something wrong with removing option, and what that does when the only means to access something is digitally, when we know things can be disappeared, things can go wrong, and then there's a whole like preservation, like game preservation. I just feel like this is not a good, but I also then understand it even in my own behavior, where I'm downloading more things, whether it's Steam, whether it's on the PlayStation, and the only things that I think first for the most part now, like physical first, is when it's like God of War basically, or there's a collector's edition.
God of War.
Yeah, when it's, I'll make an exception and get like the whole collector's edition, or even like Spider-Man. I'm thinking I would like to have a disc of that game.
Yeah.
But then for other things, I don't mind digital. So my own actions kind of contradict what I feel is right or wrong.
So I like the idea of being able to add a disc, like that we can plug in a disc drive.
Yeah.
That was like when getting a new laptop back when this happened with with computers and laptops. It was
my PC doesn't have a disc drive.
My PC doesn't. To be honest, I don't actually have an external disc drive.
Me neither.
Again, my actions are betraying me. Saying that, there has been a lot of times where I have needed a disc drive. I also will say that I have you can't quite see them, but I have a collection of retro consoles set up, and I use the disc on them all the time. I don't feel like I necessarily buy less physical games because games are downloadable. Because on my Switch, I still have a lot of physical games. I have an immense physical collection of retro games. And the idea that I wouldn't have that in the future is not a future that I want. I do like having physical games. Like when your internet goes down.
Yeah, there's so
like
many
a variety
use
of
cases.
games. Also for decision paralysis, physical entertainment is way better than digital. You can just flick through digital, you'll not feel like it. But when you look at like the games on the shelf, even if there's loads of them, like you'll just be drawn to one. You're like, oh yeah, this is the game I want to play. There is an eliteness to it. There's something special.
All right, well, this is going to be another ongoing thing, is like game change and how the industry like handles the move from physical to digital. But yeah, love to hear what people think, and that about does it for this month's Studio77 report. We've only got 2 of these left for 2023, so
oh my god, I don't know if I like that or not.
So while we contemplate the slow passage of time, join our Discord and follow us on Twitch as well to be part of the mayamada community. You can subscribe here on YouTube so you don't miss another Studio77 report video. But if you do like to see how the sausage is made, go over to Twitch where we stream the recording live, so you can see how it all comes together. So follow us there as well. You can become a Studio77 member to support the work that we're doing at mayamada and get exclusive access to content and events. Some of that content comes from our Story X Story podcast, where Tazziii and I have creator interviews. We do video game discussions, which we're going to be doing as we record this later on, and deep dives into stories across pop culture. So that is all from us. We will see you again next month. Hi there, I'm Nigel from mayamada. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other great videos we have on the channel. You can also check out our universe of manga and characters at mayamada.com. We'll see you soon.